Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with When Will Ayumu Make His Move episode number 3 reaction. Okay, the previous episode we begin with the school sports day, and we had like a few of the different things, like the different sport like categories that Ayumu and Urush, oh my god, I again forgot her name. Urushi, wasn't it? Her name is a little bit difficult to remember. I think it is Urushi. Let me check. Urushi. Uh, yep, Urushi. Thank God. I remembered it correctly. Urushi and Ayumu, both of them had to go through different categories, the different sports categories. And there was that whole thing where Maki kind of gave up her position, and both Ayumu and Urushi has to did do the like three-leg race, and they kind of ended up tripping and all. And in the end, there was like that relay race where in the end Ayumu was able to kind of win almost, and then it ended with a scavenger hunt, and Aimu ended up going and picking Urushi for the scavenger hunt because it was written something cute. That's why he decided to like pick her up. And he was like, there you go, this thing. And obviously we also meet two new characters. We met them before, but we get officially introduced. Takeru, the Ayumu's friend. Oh no, both of them are Ayumi's friends, childhood friends, Takeru and Sakurako. So yeah, and they also kind of participated in the races and all that. And yeah, and then the next scene we get to see how Urushi wants more members for the club to be official. That's why Ayumu goes and asks Takeru for help, and Takeru has his own thing. He's like, oh, if I actually join the club, I won't be able to spend time with Sakurako. But Sakurako wants him to join, but at the same time, Sakurako's like, oh, if you go, I'll be alone. So they, as a final compromise, they decide he'll be a ghost member. At which Ayumu is more than happy. Not Ayumu, sorry, Urushi is more than happy. She just wants the club to be official. That's just it. And yeah, everything ended up in a good note, and that's how it ended. So let's see what happens today. This is episode number 3. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles on the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, she's ready with the shogi board. Oh wait, hairstyle change. Hairstyle has changed. Haha. I'm pretty sure he won't say anything, and she'll get bothered by it. Yes, I knew this was going to happen. Because it's clear she wants him to say something. She wants him to notice. But he noticed it, but he wouldn't say anything. Oh boy. Yes. Ah! Moving her hair so that he notices. Alright, that's enough. Oh, okay, there you go. He actually said. Oh, here he is. Yes. The man. I'm guessing he just came to probably show his face. Because he definitely wants to just be with Sakurako. But anyways, let's see. I just this place always gets me. All right. Yeah, I want to go on a first date. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Wait. Wait. Oh, he's okay. Oh, to record the I think stop. To record the gameplay, I think in shogi there's always like another person who does it beside them. Yeah. Oh my god. Imagine if he defeats. I doubt that's going to happen. He defeats Ayumu in an actual match. Hmm. Oh, there she is. Is it Sakurako? Yep. Yeah, he himself. Oh my god. Hey. Uh, Damn, this is like a legitimate power. Like, she legitimately hypnotizes him. All right. Well. Oh boy. Oh, the noise. Yes. Reading week, school library. Yeah. I'll think about it. The oh boy. Oh god. All right, let's see what he answers. Yeah. Negative. Oh my god. I feel like she actually. I don't know. I get the feeling she knows what he feels. She just deliberately just plays. Uh, returning. What about yeah? It went back inside. I'm pretty sure she is. Like, she probably knows everything. Alright, stop. Close your eyes. Just close your eyes. I feel like that's the best way to get out of hypnosis. Ah. Oh. Hmm. Oh god. School festival. Alright. Probably like a haunted house or something. Oh, okay. Hmm. Target game. That's an interesting thing to do. What's with the figs? Ah, one more member. What could you even display in a shogi club? Oh god. The first name I'm guessing like okay. Yeah. No, not about that. He's just so direct. Like wow. That's just oh my god. Yep, pretty important. Wow. Hmm. Oh yeah, the yakisoba stall. Well, I'm probably going to come. Yeah, there you go. He just ran here. Probably wanted to get the first one. Yeah. Oh my god, I think he'll probably, yeah, he'll try to. Oh my god, hey. Ah, there you go. Hey, he's eating. Oh my god, he's just eating. Okay. I feel like he's like eating one or two, like, just to make sure it goes out quickly. He's probably eaten like 5 or 10 boxes. Oh yeah. Uh, Oh my god. Nah, for Sakurako and He just wants to get off of this thing, you know, like he's like, yeah. Oh. Yeah, obviously he would, so that it goes out quickly. Yeah. It's club recruitment, you know. Shouldn't she put that down? Oh. Is she going to? Yeah, she said that. Wow. Okay, calm down. All right, nice. Oh boy. Yeah, they can like eat. Yeah, like go along the different stores. Okay. What is that? Fruit juice? Oh, nice. Wow. You got it. Ah, crepe. Takoyaki. Damn, he's still eating. He can eat still, even after that much yakisoba. They're still eating. He's still. Oh my god. What's her name? Ria? No, what was her name? Well, no, no. He's probably like, oh. Well, fair enough. Oh wait, they're doing a haunted house. Okay. Hmm. Oh my god. Takiru most. Yeah. Wow. Yep. I don't think that's going to happen here, but we'll see. Oh. Wow. Oh, there he is. He's just waiting. Oh, wait. No, wait. Yeah. How do you do that? I doubt Ayumu is going to get scared, but we'll see. Oh, wait. Oh my god. I doubt he'll be able to scare anyone at this point. Oi! She just ran. Well, that was a failure. No. Hmm. Oh, shogi. The portable shogi board. Oh. Yeah. Ah, wow. Oh god. Hmm. Just in case. I feel like even if they do like a display in the shogi club, they'll still have time. A little bit time, I'm guessing. Oh, but she's the cap. What do you call it? The president of the shogi club. So, guess she'll have more responsibilities. This might be a good way to advertise their club. Walking around, I'm guessing. And there you go. Everything. Wait, what happened? Yeah, that's what I was saying, like, but he calls him, yeah. Yep. Yep, like, there you go. Fair enough. Okay. So we should stop. Stick with the last name. Wow. Okay, that's the end. Yeah. Right. So this is episode number episode number 3. So we begin with Ayumu getting in the shogi club, and obviously Urushi is waiting there, but with a little different. This time she has her hair in a different hairstyle. So Ayumu definitely noticed that. The first thing that he did was notice that. He just stopped for a moment and just staring at her for a couple of seconds, and then he just just acts normal, just goes and sits down normally. Now I this is the thing. I felt like, oh, obviously he noticed it, but he wouldn't say. And usually what happens in slice of life is that's what happens. The other person, here obviously it's Urushi. They try to show it, but obviously they cannot just admit it, that, oh, look at my hair. Obviously this is not how it goes. So they want the other person to notice it and tell something about, like, oh, your hair has changed or something like that. And usually, in slice of life shows that I've all of the shows that we have watched, the boy notices it, but he keeps quiet, and because of embarrassment cannot say, and the girl kind of gets a little bit disappointed by the end, thinking like, oh, didn't say anything. But probably by the end of it, he ends up saying it. Here the difference is, obviously he noticed it, he just kept quiet, just sat down, and Ushi's obviously kind of bothered by it, and he's like, just then as soon as he realizes she's bothered, he just abruptly says it. And this is, I feel like this is the major difference that this show has, with multiple shows. Obviously the whole confession, I'm guessing it's definitely going to be a lot late, just like all the other shows, 2-3 seasons, maybe 4 seasons after that, if it ever gets that many seasons. After that, almost at the end, they're going to confess, and that'll be the end. So yeah, that's how it's going to go, the whole confession thing. But the other parts of this show are so different as to how, the main reason is because the guy here, Ayumu, he just says the stuff that he thinks about, and he's just so vocal about it. So that's the main difference here. And I feel like that is definitely going to reduce a lot of, I guess you could say, unnecessary dragging out of stuff. For example, here the whole thing got resolved in a matter of seconds. Usually it takes 15 minutes for the whole thing to kind of resolve itself, the whole hair thing. But he just abruptly said it. So these things, there wouldn't be much problem. The whole thing is going to get resolved in very quickly, because he's just going to say whatever he thinks, and he's not actually embarrassed to do that. Or he is embarrassed, but he doesn't care about the embarrassed. He just says it. So that's the main difference from this show, comparing it to other shows, which is kind of interesting. I've never seen a character like this before, who just who's just so direct. It just says whatever he's thinking, and especially in a slice of life, that's kind of rare. Anyways, so all right, next we get to see Takeru came in the club, and now I was like, wasn't he supposed to be a ghost member? He himself said that he'll be a ghost member. Even the girl, Sakurako, was like, oh, if you go there, you won't be able to spend time with me. So I was like, wasn't he supposed to be a ghost member? Then I was like, oh, maybe he came here to just just show his face. But then obviously I realized that, oh, not because of that he's here. He's here because he has this the thing about being a man, and actually doing something that he promised or said he would do, which we saw in the previous episode as well, when he said something like, oh, as since I've joined the club, I'll obviously go, that's what a man does. And when Sakurako said oh, what about me, then he changed his mind. But that thing was there in his head, he should because he joined the club, he should go there, as it is one of his duties. So that's why he came here, to probably just kind of see what's going on here. And okay, he comes here, just shows his face and introduces himself. And Urushi asks him like, oh, have you played shogi before? And he's like, yeah, played once or twice sometimes. And he knows the rules and everything, so they kind of do a practice match. Now this thing, like I said, the reason why I'm guessing Ayumu was sitting beside them and playing shogi on his own, I think that's like an act I've seen in Sangatsu no Lion as well, or March Comes in Like a Lion. Like in like in these type of matches, the two person who are like usually doing it, they're doing it, like they're playing the matches, and there's always like someone either beside them or on the other side of the camera. It's usually a camera on the other side of the camera, where as one person with one board, they kind of play the the pieces just like how the other person is playing it. The two main official participants, how they're playing it, that person plays the same thing in both the sides. I'm guessing they do this to actually kind of record, and I'm guessing later on, because I've seen in shogi as well that they do another thing is after the match ends, like like someone wins, someone loses, after it ends, they kind of roll back a little bit. They roll back to like particular stages in the game, and they kind of like the other person says, like, the person who has won, he gives the other person advice like, oh, this part you see, you played this thing, played it like this. If you did it like this could have happened. The one who has won kind of gives the other person like advice and tells him how he could have played, something like that happens. And they kind of do like another round kind of thing, like the official match has ended, but they kind of do it, which I'm guessing they do to kind of make the other person who lost improve. Like they get to know their like what they have actually played wrong, and hopefully they can improve it next time, something like that. I'm guessing that's also another reason why they need to record the gameplay, and that's why there's always someone who kind of sits beside them and plays both the sides, kind of looking at the original players when they're playing and replicates their moves like that to keep a record of it or something like that. Like it's like a lot of things like that. And I think like in shogi there's like another thing I've seen. All my knowledge of shogi, the little bit of knowledge that I know, it all came from March Comes in Like a Lion. In that show I also kind of saw like they have like records of like famous player who has played like against some different matches, these type of matches. They have like records sheets, and sheets of like records and how they played the game, what they did, and this and that. All shogi players, they can go, like it's like a library, they can go there and they can take any like record and kind of read it and see what they have done in that moment, all that, to actually learn and improve their own gameplay. It's very interesting, this whole thing. So yeah, anyways, I kind of went on a complete tangent, started talking about shogi, but yeah, I'm guessing that was what he was doing here as well, Ayumu. Okay, enough about that. Now here obviously the first thing, that the thing that actually was bothering Ayumu from the beginning is that she was calling him by his first name, Takeru, while she calls him by, I think, Tanaka. No, wait, what's Ayumu's last name? Is it? No. Yeah, Tanaka. Oh yeah, I was right. Okay, Tanaka. She always calls him by his last name, while for Takeru she was calling him by his first name. Now that was like bothering him from the beginning. And not only that, obviously she was complimenting him and she was like, oh, that's some nice sound you're making, when you're like putting the board, like the shogi pieces. And I was like, oh, I can also make that sound, try to do it. And he's like, oh my god, this is a portable board, I cannot make that sound. Oh boy. And he was playing quite well. Now he's getting a little bit of frustrated at this point, and like thankfully just Sakurako realized. She came in and she's like, yo, what are you doing? I was waiting in the library. And he's like, oh, like I said that I'm going to come, I'm a man, I joined here, so I'm supposed to come here. And she's like, all right, come, let's go, and just hypnotizes him and takes him out. Oh my god. Now obviously here I'm pretty sure she herself was a little bit like wanted to spend more time with him, that's why she did that. And also she wanted to cheer on Ayumu on his goal of like spending more time with Urushi. So both were a part of the reason, I'm guessing. And she says like, oh, like, we should cheer them on. Like, why are you, like, interfering in that stuff? And he's like, no, I'm like, I said I'm going to join, so I should go there. And she's like, no, like, we should give them enough space. Like, he, like, I'm so serious that he even, like, decided to leave Kendo for this. So yeah, we should definitely cheer him on and give him the opportunity. And he's like, all right, fine. And here he kind of asks Sakurako like, oh, is there anyone who you like? And she's like, oh no, there's no one. And she he asks him the same question, and he's like, oh, and there's no one. And she's like, all right, then if we get someone, like, and if we get someone, like, tell me, like, I'll, like, I'll help you out or something like that. And he's like, well, there goes my chance. And she tries to leave for the toilet, but she says like, oh, for now I want to, I'm happy spending more time with you. Now, like I said, like, I feel like this girl actually knows everything and realizes everything. She just plays like, like as if she doesn't understand anything, and like that's like her whole thing. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I think that's probably it. Like she probably realizes Takeru's feelings, and she also probably has feelings for him as well. And she just acts like, as if she doesn't understand. I guess it's kind of similar to the whole Urushi and Ayumu dynamic as well, where Ayumu, like, she's actually in the same role as Ayumu's role. Like, while Takeru's role is the same as Urushi's role. Like, both Takeru and Urushi, they feel like the other person knows their feelings, but they are not quite sure about it. And they themselves, like, like secretly like the other person. While Ayumu and, what's her name? Sakurako, both of them, they probably know their own feelings. Like, obviously, Ayumu knows his own feelings, like, that he likes her. I'm not so sure about Sakurako, but I think she also understands. So both of them probably understands, and they act as if they don't know, and act as if they don't understand, like that type of a thing. I feel like the whole dynamic is just that, like, both the, like, situations. Sakurako is in actually Ayumu's position, while Urushi is actually in Takeru's position, that type of a thing. Anyways, so like he himself asks her that, oh, I sometimes wonder that if you actually understand. She's just like, I don't know what you're saying, and tries to hypnotize him and let him tell who he likes. Oh boy. And yeah, now the next scene we see, Takeru invites Urushi to go on like, like a festival date, the school festival that's going to come. Obviously, he gives her like a, what can I say, like a good way of actually kind of hide her embarrassment, which is kind of a pro move, I have to say. Like, if he just said like, oh, go on a date with me, she would probably just be like, no, or something like that, because of embarrassment. But that's why he kind of gave her a way to hide her embarrassment. He's like, you can call it date or slash club recruitment, whichever you like. Obviously, she's like, oh, it's club recruitment. He's like, fine, club recruitment then, and no problem with that. Let's go on a club recruitment on the day of the school festival. Oh my god, that was a good move. She's like, all right, fine. And she's doing a yakisoba stall. She's going to, like, I'm guessing she and the girls are going to cook and also sell the yakisobas, and she herself said it, while the boys are going to make preparations for it. So on the day of the festival, she's just outside selling yakisoba, and not Takeru, sorry, Ayumu just came running because, like, little amounts of, like, all, like, time is important in this moment. He just came quickly, and he's like, all right, like, like, before we obviously Urushi's like, before we go, I need to sell these things. And he's like, fine, first give me one, I'll eat one. And then he starts helping her out and just screams, like, completely like, oh, yakisoba here, get your yakisoba. and everyone gets alerted, and they kind of come, and the sales starts increasing, and they kind of go around, like, selling the yakisobas, while, like, one, I'm guessing 5 to 10 minutes at intervals, he probably keeps buying one yakisoba packet and keeps eating it, so that it quickly ends. I feel like if, like, oh my god, that would have been crazy. I feel like if the sales was not that good, he would have probably eaten almost everything there, just so that they could walk around. Oh boy. But either way, the sales was good. He also kind of, I feel like, ate like 3 to 4 packets, I'm guessing, of yakisoba. That's a lot. And 3 of them was kind of left in the end. And I was thinking, like, oh, kind of, like, Takeru can probably eat, like, 1 or 2 of them, and maybe give one to Sakurako. That's what happened. Takeru came in, and again he was kind of, like, Urushi calls him by his first name. I was kind of, like, a bit bothered again, and he just grabs the yakisoba and gives all the 3 of them to him. Because he wants to get this over with, the whole yakisoba selling thing. 3 of them was left, and he was like, yeah, there you go, 3 of them. And he also realized Takeru also realized what he was trying to do. And since Sakurako told him to, just cheer them on, he's like, fine, I'll help you out. And he buys the 3 of them. And there you go, the sales are over, time to go around the festival. And obviously Takeru kind of says, like, oh, let's go to a club recruitment process. But here, after, like, going through so much trouble, obviously Urushi was a little bit, like, obviously she was happy, and at the same time she was like, you know what, it's okay, no club recruitment, like, let's just hang around. And as soon as she said that, Ayumu was like, oh, so this is a date actually, and she's just screaming at the top of his lungs. And she's like, calm down. And there you go, they kind of start walking around at the festivals, the different things, and they still keep eating. I don't know how the hell Ayumu keeps eating even after that. They kind of drink some soda, probably that was soda, grape, those hot dog, like, those Frankfurter things or whatever they're called, and what else? Oh, takoyaki, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was takoyaki. Yeah, probably it was takoyaki, or was it something else? Anyways, these things he was eating. And here, I think, wait, what's her name, the other girl? No, Maki, that's her name. Okay, Maki kind of notices them. And I love when at the beginning, when Ayumu was like, oh, this is my first time, so I don't know how to, like, escort. So Urushi was like, oh, leave it to me, I'll probably escort you. And he was doing a pretty good job, but all the, like, like, the cat's out of the bag here. Maki comes, and she's like, oh, this is the first time you're going on a date. Good luck. And oh my god, and she's like, yeah, it's the first time, are you happy? And I was like, oh, I'm so happy. So then he's like, all right, let me escort you from here onwards. But she's like, no, I'll do it. And they, like, she tries to regain her honor by going to the haunted house, which was obviously Takeru's class's attraction. So she tries to regain her honor here. She's like, let's go to the haunted house. Goes to over there. Sakurako's there, kind of waiting on the counter. And Takeru's doing a good job of actually scaring the other, like, people. So obviously Ayumu was a little bit, not Ayumu, sorry, Urushi was a little bit hesitating. But they still go in, and Urushi is ready to regain her honor. But a little bit of a sound is kind of, like, freaking her out. Ayumu realizes that and holds her hand, and now after that, obviously, what's her name, Sakurako, kind of sneaks in, I'm guessing, and goes to Takeru, and she's like, oh, Takeru, like, they both of them are here, we should actually not scare them that much, like, don't make the effect too scary, just scare them nicely and normally, not too much, otherwise she'll freak out and run away. At first Takeru was like, no, why, like, like, we should scare them, like, as much as we can. But after Sakurako was like, no, you have to listen to me, like, this is the first time they're coming here, you should do as I say. He's like, all right, fine. And still she wasn't able to, like, keep her belief in him. So she's like, you know what, let me stay here with you. Just gets in the same box. Takeru's freaking out, and like, he freaks out even more when, like, Sakura kind of said something like, oh, it's exciting sitting here in the dark, and screams so loud that Urushi freaks out and just runs away completely. And the whole mission failed, I guess. But either way, it was a good, like, good, like, they had fun, obviously, kind of moving around and all. And Takeru was like, you know what, let's sit down, drink some, drink. And I've bought my portable shogi board, let's play. And they're playing, and he kind of asks her like, oh, which one did you like the most? And Urushi was like, why are you asking that? Ayumu said that because next year, reference. Now obviously Urushi said that, like, no, maybe the next year there will be a, like, like, I will have a proper club, so they will do like a display and stuff. But I think, like, obviously, even if they have like a proper display as a proper club, they'll probably have some time to move around, probably not as much as they had today, but sometimes, like, they will have at least like a half an hour or something. They can just go on a break and just walk around. Like, that's, I guess, fairly okay and normal. So yeah, I don't think there's much to think about. But yeah, so and then in the end, like, Takeru, not Takeru, sorry, Ayumu kind of said that, oh, my, like, my favorite time is probably here, just sitting here and playing shogi with you. And then he kind of brings up the whole question of, why are you calling Takeru by his first name while you call me by my last name? Which also I was like thinking, like, why is she doing that? I thought maybe because, like, she was Takeru's friend, that's why she was calling him by his first name. And it's kind of similar to that. She said, like, wait, so you called him by his first name, that's why I was also calling him by his first name. Takeru's like, it bothers me, like, you don't call me by my first name while you're calling him by his first name. You also call me by my first name. And she kind of says once, Ayumu, and I love how Ayumu always reacts whenever something very cute or something like that happens. He puts his hand on his eyes and just looks up and, like, gives a like something like that noise he makes. That's a great way to, I guess, like, he always hides his expression whenever he probably, like, is embarrassed or something. Always, like, hides his expression like this. Yeah, and always, like, that stoic face, that monotonous deadpan face, always. So whenever, I'm guessing, he probably shows a little bit emotion, he just hides his face and just looks up. Oh boy. And he's like, oh, I'm so happy, like, call me by my name again, please. And she was like, no, I'm not going to call it again, and not, like, the rest of my life, never. And that's where it ends. So yeah, that was cute, that was that was funny, and yeah, good episode. So yeah, that was it. Thanks for watching. This is my reaction to when will Ayumu make his move, episode number 3. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of when will Ayumu make his move. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.